Como está la reunión de las Naciones Unidas. Miren la cantidad de policías que hay. Las barreras. ¿Dónde diablos va a ser? Miren. Todo lo que hacen por los terroristas. 9/11, don't forget, never forget 9/11. So we say no to Sharia law. No to Sharia law. Sharia law means you criticize Muhammad, consider yourself dead. That is Sharia law. You criticize Muhammad, consider yourself dead. That is Sharia law. United States people need to be educated about it. Don't forget 9/11. Never forget 9/11. Look at all these police people. Look. All these police people. All these people are here because of the freaking terrorists. That's why we say no to Sharia law. No to Sharia law.
That's the New York thing.
I'll trade you
Look
one
at-
if you've got something different than what he gave.
Diplomat.
Security service.
Security service. Yes. One thing I agree with Trump, all nations need to contribute to this. Because all of them are being protected. So, say no to Sharia law. No to Sharia law. You see all these police, you see all of this, because we commit terrorist attack. That's why they got this police. I could say they're spending at least millions per day.
You have to sign any
No. And we say no to Sharia law. No to Sharia law. Okay, don't forget to say no to Sharia law. No to Sharia law. No to Sharia law. Sharia law means Sharia law means just say something about Muhammad, consider yourself dead. That's Sharia law. Not to Sharia law. Not to Sharia law. Why you have that sign?
We're here to tell the World Bank that they should not be funding Uganda and their anti-LGBTQ legislation.
Okay, we gotta do the same for Sharia law. Because in Sharia law, you can speak against Muhammad, consider yourself dead. So we had to start criticizing both. Both religions are evil, Christian and in Islam. So I criticize both. That's why I'm politically centrist. A man was born alive in Pakistan because they claim he burned the Quran. So they burned him alive. It's right in YouTube, right in the media. El video, sirva por video.
¿Estás en vivo?
No, estoy grabando.
Ok.
No te estoy poniendo tu cara, o sea, a menos que tú la quieras la cara.
No te preocupes.
La izquierda solo le encanta, la izquierda le gusta dormir con el Islam, cuando el Islam es más peligroso que el mismo cristianismo, porque en el Islam se promueve matar a la gente. En el Islam, en Pakistán, yo no soy una persona profesional ni soy periodista, porque claro, en Pakistán mataron un tipo, lo quemaron vivo, solamente porque creyeron que él quemó el Corán.
Tenaz.
Es una religión peligrosa.
Es peligrosa y sobre todo que la interpreten tan radical.
Es que la religión es radical.
Se vuelve enfermizo.
Está escrita en el Hadith, está escrita en el Corán, en el Corán, en el Hadith, en el Sura. Son peligrosos. Bye. Not to Sharia law. No, I say not to Sharia law.
And we're here today around the corner from the permanent mission of Uganda to the United Nations. Why? Because 1 year ago, Uganda enacted one of the most deadly anti-LGBTQ laws in the world. Shame! 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 And we're here because the United Nations General Assembly is a time when leaders from around the world gather in Midtown Manhattan, as well as Uganda, the president of the World Bank, who lends billions and billions of dollars to Uganda every year. And we're here today because activists bravely stood up in Uganda when the law was passed last year and pressured Ajay Banga to stop lending to Uganda until to Uganda. He thinks the world will look away. Shame! 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 Together with President Museveni and the Ministry of Finance, they are collaborating to begin to release funding again. Guess what? This is not only morally wrong, it violates the World Bank's own rules governing protection from countries against discrimination. We know that the board of directors of the World Bank, Germany, the United States, the United Kingdom have all raised concerns. But we're here to say your concerns are not enough. We need action. We need to demand that Ajay Banga stand for the lives of Ugandans who are LGBTQ, stand for human rights defenders, stand for environmental activists who are getting harassed by the government of Yoweri Museveni, and stand up and say they will not restart lending to Uganda. They will not turn back on the taps until the anti-LGBTQ law is annulled and thrown in the dustbin forever. Ajay Banga! Ajay Banga! Don't start lending to Uganda! Ajay Banga! Ajay Banga! Don't start lending to Uganda! Ajay Banga! Ajay Banga! Don't start lending to Uganda! Ajay Banga! Ajay Banga! Don't start lending to Uganda! Ajay Banga! Ajay Banga! Don't start lending to Uganda! Ajay Banga! Ajay Banga! Don't start lending to Uganda! We have experts here today from around the world and from right here in New York City. We have Housing Works. We have Convening for Equality. We have Health Gap. We have Act Up New York. We have Rise and Resist. And today we'd like to start off our speakers with Beyonce Karungi, an activist and human rights defender from Uganda.
Not to Sharia law. Not to Sharia law.
Who knows better than anyone what the deadly effects of this law are on
Not to Sharia law. Not to Sharia law.
marginalized and targeted communities in Uganda and around the world. Thank you, Beyonce. Go
Not to Sharia law. Not to Sharia law.
Like I'm asking myself, why are we here? Why are we here?
Why?
And who wants to be here in the morning, in the cold morning of fall? It's because we have the business. You know, we need to shout. We need to raise our voices so that people hear us. You know, it's a shame that World Bank is again wants to lend Uganda money. They know what is happening. Human rights violations on LGBT people. Like late last year, the World Bank called LGBT activists with the government officials to sit together to have consultations, and they know.
We can't block the sidewalk here.
If people move like right here,
They know what happened exactly.
we're not blocking the sidewalk.
Like LGBT people were being silenced, they were not talking, they were not allowed to speak, they were only talking bullshit and corruption. Shame!
Who's the one in charge?
We're protesting because in Uganda we can.
Who's in charge?
Many of the
They're them, but we have the right to protest. What are you telling?
I'm not saying you can't. You guys have somewhere where you could specifically protest.
But here is a better position. Who's your boss? Who's your boss?
He's coming out, but I just want to let you know so that you guys could go there and you guys can't.
We will not be here for long.
Okay. No, I just want to let you know. If you want to get closer to the UN, it's on 4-7. If you want to get closer to the UN, it's on 4-7. You have access where you can get there. Okay? You have access. You can go to 4-7. Okay?
Can I help you, officer? Can I help you?
All the time.
Are you in charge?
I'm not in charge, but this person, yeah, we're all in charge together. But
Okay, no. I just want to let you know you guys have a
Smart filed a petition against the law. And the
or if
government
you want to get
declined.
closer, you can go to full session.
Smart,
we're gonna stay here.
the government declined the registration of Smart. And
We're not
they
gonna
know,
block the sidewalk.
they are informed. They have an
Isn't there many of us anyway? I'm against Sharia law and I'm against Christian nationalism. I criticize Islam and I criticize Christianity.
So we are being silenced. We won't stop until they
You see, there's a plenty of space.
You guys are moving.
Less than an hour. Less than an hour.
We'll be wrapping up
know
if not earlier.
that these
Thank you.
donors, as soon as there is
People have the right to protest as long as they're not fighting the sidewalk.
turn off aid, even if it
because you have a
means
designated area.
deadly consequences. But when
I never said you
But
can't.
most
this
people,
law came into effect
It's okay, don't argue with me.
in May 2023,
I'm against Sharia law and against Christian nationals.
You've communicated.
France, the UK,
I'm proud atheist. I don't believe in God and religious
Okay,
books.
it's okay.
did nothing. They kept the taps flowing for trade investments, for solar power, for big hydroelectric dams. They didn't care because for LGBTQ people, this law means life or death. But for these powerful donor nations, it's just political correctness. They just tweet out their statements of concern. We don't need concern. We need action. We need for them to pause investment in all lending projects, trade preferences, the hundreds of billions of euros that get invested in Uganda that day in and day out lines the pockets of the political elite while human rights defenders are suffering. That's why we need Ajay Banga to hold the line and continue to stop financing for Uganda until this law is thrown away forever.
That's
Our
right.
next speaker is from Housing Works, Stephen.
Yung
On the front lines of struggles for human rights right here in New York City and halfway around the world in Kampala. Thank you, Stephen.
Stephen.
Thank you.
Uganda is not the only country.
Thank you.
Okay, we know that.
I'm
My name is
saying,
Stephen Muleme. I work with Housing Works. I'm from Uganda.
No. I'm speaking.
Before the passing of the anti-gay law, my organization in Uganda was among the listed organizations to be promoting homosexuality in Uganda. In fact, some of my members were arrested and detained for over 7 months in jail.
Wow.
Many were subjected to forced annual examination, you know. Many were raped.
Shame.
Shame. Many of our colleagues in Uganda are being homeless because their landlords evict them for being gay and being queer. We cannot access services, health services in hospitals because doctors do not treat gay people in Uganda for being gay. You know, many are being laid off work because they are gay. Their bosses lay them off work because they are gay. The World Bank lends Uganda a lot of money, billions of money, but this money is used to torture people, specifically LGBTQ people. We are nearing election period in Uganda, and trust me, the World Bank reactivates funding to Uganda. It's gonna be used to torture LGBTQ people. It's gonna be used to abduct LGBTQ people, to displace them. Many are running to different countries for safety, not because they want to, but they are seeking safety for themselves. We don't want to leave our countries to come to the US or go to Europe. We want to live in our countries and be free. But the laws in Uganda cannot allow us to stay in there. Please, the World Bank, this is a call to you, a call to action. Stop giving Museveni money because this money is used to torture LGBT people. Shame, shame, and shame.
Shame in Uganda.
It couldn't be more clear. As soon as the
Shame in
World Bank
Uganda.
is committed to turn back on the taps of funding, we know the devastating consequences Not only will this directly be used to fund the torture, detention, and persecution of scapegoated minorities like queer Ugandans, but it will also send a message to Ghana, to Tanzania, to Burundi, to DRC, to Kenya, that all a government has to do is wait for a few months until the world begins to look away, and then the World Bank will get down on their knees and will give in. And we cannot allow Ajay Banga to go back on his promises. We cannot allow lending to restart in Uganda. We know the Ugandan budget of $14 billion is funded by the largest concessional donor, the World Bank, at $5.2 billion back in 2022. So you can imagine, if this pressure continues, Museveni will be forced to feel the heat and to put this law in the dustbin of history where it belongs forever. And he will send a message, not because he has solidarity with queer people, but because he recognizes that the global community was forced by Ugandan activists to come together and stand up for what is right. Our next speaker is Henry Beyonce. Is Henry Beyonce from Uganda. Henry Beyonce from Chapter 4 Uganda.
Shame on you for taking off the microphone. Shame on you. No, it's shame on you. I'm calling like it is. That's wrong. I cannot hear.
I am a lawyer. I'm one of those who are offering support.
This sounds like a communist country. Like we have no right to speak. I'm telling you like what it is. Sounds like a freaking communist country. You speak your mind, you get killed. What kind of nonsense is that?
It's using money that it is alleged.
You need to exercise our right. What's wrong with us walk black in the sidewalk? You shouldn't have the right to speak. What's wrong with you?
They are now in New York attending the UN Assembly.
Being an asshole. He's being an asshole. I'm telling right in his face.
And now they are committed to promoting and defending human rights.
I'm speaking on my own behalf. I'm not speaking on behalf of House and
The
Work.
case in Uganda
That's
is
because
on
I can't call it like it
We
is.
need to take action
He's being an
right
asshole.
now.
Being a black in the
We need to
sidewalk.
raise our voices.
You know, our people are being
against
killed in
human rights.
Uganda.
We have a number of documentaries, both in print and media, that show that there is gross violation of rights of LGBTQ plus people in Uganda, and nothing has been done. Instead, they are moving around the world collecting more money to do projects under the guise of violating rights. We come to say no. I traveled all the way from Kampala to come and join you today in this protest. Shame on the Ugandan government.
Shame!
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 Shame! Shame on all the people in parliament who passed this law. We are calling for a total repeal of this law. We want it in the dustbins. We don't want it anywhere on the law books of Uganda. Shame! Shame! We stand in solidarity. We want to assure you we shall not run away from Uganda until we see a better Uganda.
So police have asked us have demanded that we not use our bullhorn, but that doesn't matter because we have our voices.
That's right.
And we're standing up for what's right. Our last speakers are from Act Up New York.
Moving picket.
He will finish
People with
in 5
AIDS are
minutes.
under attack.
5 minutes
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When people with AIDS are under attack. What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When people with AIDS are under attack. What do we do?
Stand up, fight back! We're gonna move in a circle.
Do a moving picket now. They're trying to move us.
They're being an asshole. You know, Most people that work in the United Nations pass through here. They need to hear our voices. People are being killed in Africa. But it looks like you like people to be killed.
What do we do? Stand up, fight back. When people with AIDS are under attack. What do we do? Stand up, fight back.
You're being evil, all of you.
AIDS are under attack. What do we do?
No, I tell them like it is.
Doesn't make any difference. They don't care.
They don't care, but they have to need to learn.
What do we do?
We're acting like this is a communist country. This is not communist country.
We are allowing you to protest. There's a way of doing so.
As long as people don't put back in the sidewalk, it's fine.
Okay, first of all, the sidewalk is here, and you guys are all there. This is private property that you are on right now.
Yeah, but the owner house is not harassing us.
So, by legality, you have to give you sight and sound. Set up across the street. Okay? Or you can go to the park at 47th Street. So we're not going to prevent you from protesting.
Most
turn that way
Most United Nations people pass through here.
Listen, stop. We're giving you...
Okay, Philip. I'm part of the protest too because LGBT people are killing in Uganda. What do you mean I'm not part of the protest?
Even though we've got some Ugandans in the house with us today, I know so many gay Ugandans could not be here to speak up. Not just because they're in Uganda, but because Uganda is still in the closet. So I'm just going to read what we've got on our Active New York Instagram. If you want to check it out, our message to the World Bank is very simple. The lives of gay Ugandans are worth more than any loan. No loan is worth compromising on human rights. Your billions won't buy you silence. And financing hate is the opposite of development. So abide by your own words from the World Bank on August 8th, 2023. Uganda's Anti-Homosexuality Act fundamentally contradicts the World Bank's values. We believe our vision to eradicate poverty on a livable planet can only succeed if it includes everyone, irrespective of race, gender, or sexuality. That's right! This law undermines those efforts. Inclusion and non-discrimination sit at the heart of our work around the world. Our goal is to protect sexual and gender minorities from discrimination and exclusion in the projects we finance. So thank you. Thank you to everyone who came out today. Thank you to the people in the World Bank who remain devoted to their mission before their bonuses, who want to see a future where Uganda is free and fair and blessed by the rainbow, which the haters should remember is a sign of God's unbreakable covenant with man. So the next time a homophobe starts getting mad at the pride flag, just remember that's the devil talking in them. And you can just say no. You don't have to reason with them. You don't have to do business with them. And so, if you'll indulge me, I would like to end on a prayer, an Anglican prayer for Uganda and for gay Ugandans. May we pray? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you, Victor! Thank you, Victor! Ajay Bonga! Ajay Bonga! Don't be hate in Uganda! Ajay Bonga! Ajay Bonga! Don't fund hate in Uganda! Ajay Bonga! Ajay Bonga! Don't fund hate in Uganda! Ajay Bonga! Ajay Bonga! Don't fund hate in Uganda! Ajay Bonga! Ajay Bonga! Don't fund hate in Uganda! Ajay Bonga! Ajay Bonga! Don't fund hate in Uganda! Ajay Bonga! Ajay Bonga! Don't fund hate in Uganda! Ajay Bonga! Ajay Bonga! Don't fund hate in Uganda. RJ Bonga. What? RJ Bonga. Don't fund hate in Uganda. What? RJ Bonga. RJ Bonga. Don't fund hate in Uganda. RJ Bonga. RJ Bonga. Don't fund hate in Uganda. RJ Bonga. RJ Bonga. Don't fund hate in Uganda. RJ Bonga. RJ Bonga. Don't fund hate in Uganda. RJ Bonga. RJ Bonga. Don't fund hate in Uganda. RJ Bonga. RJ Bonga. Don't fund hate in Uganda. RJ Bonga. RJ Bonga. Don't fund hate in Uganda. RJ Bonga. RJ Bonga. Don't fund hate in Uganda. RJ Bonga. Don't fund hate in Uganda. Yeah. I think as we close today, the reality is we know where these laws and policies come from. They're embraced by homophobic parliamentarians and politicians and religious leaders in Uganda, but they're relics of racist colonial rule from the U.S., the United States, and France.
That's right.
Yes, we know homophobia and transphobia are fundamentally un-African. Just yesterday, the Wall Street Journal published an explosive story that a U.S. white Christian nationalist hate group called Family Watch International helped fund and foment and support the anti-LGBTQ law in Uganda and copycat laws in Kenya, in Ghana, and in Nigeria, because she knows that racist white Christian national hate is finding a home with desperate, corrupt politicians in Uganda. But the reality is, we are more than they are. They are the minority. They're desperately begging for money from the Russian government.
That's right.
That's right.
Yes. Who had to give them $300,000 to Sarah Opendi, the head of the Uganda Women Parliamentaries Association, UWOPA, because they didn't have the money to travel to Entebbe to plot their hate-filled plan. So that's how desperate they are. They have to get on their knees and beg to Russian oligarchs to get money. So we know we're not here because anyone paid us. We're here because we're right. We're here because this struggle is just.
Yes.
And we're here because we know that President Ajay Banga will be forced to hold the line and not give in. We know we can shame the World Bank
That's right.
into following what Victor said was the World Bank's own policies and provisions. We didn't invent the World Bank's board-mandated policies on non-discrimination. Their board passed those policies. So all we're demanding is that Ajay Banga follow his own rules and continue to stop financing Uganda until discrimination freedoms are assured for all Ugandans, including LGBTQ plus people. We know we won't let them rest until we have won and until this law is thrown away forever. When queer people are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When queer Ugandans are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When queer Ugandans are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When queer Ugandans are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Thank you, everyone. Henry and Victor for speaking today. We won't rest until this law is finished forever. Thank you, Housing Works.
Housing
Thank you,
Works.
for Equality, Health Gap, and ACT UP New York.
Housing Works.
No, say in English they're in Brazil.
In Brazil, I'm from Brazil. I'm Danny. In Brazil, in the most country, kill the transsexual is number one. Kill transsexual.
What's the name of the county?
Brazil, São Paulo.
Sao Paulo.
São Paulo, the city is São Paulo, the biggest city of Latin America. And the city killed transsexuals.
How many per year or per day or per?
Oh, I don't know.
Approximately.
Approximately 80%. 80%.
Okay, say it in Portuguese now.
Eu sou do Brasil.
So, say the more you can say, more you can
Eu
say.
sou do Brasil, sou de São Paulo. E o Brasil é o país que mais mata transexuais no mundo. É o número 1. É o número 1. Homofobia é muito alta lá. É isso. It's a shame. It's a shame.
But this is based on religion. Yes.
Because religion.
God says
Yes.
it's not okay to be homosexual.
Yes.
God says, give me a break.
Yes.
God doesn't exist.
Yes, fascist.
God doesn't exist. Thank you. Follow me on YouTube.
Yes, I make.
People leaving the event. We say no to Sharia law. We say no to Sharia law. Hell no to Sharia law. Sharia law is killing a lot of people. So no to Sharia law. We need to be able to criticize Muhammad. Muhammad has killed so many people. In Pakistan, a man was killed because they claim he burned the Quran. He was born alive. So say no to Sharia law. We need to be able to blaspheme against Sharia law. Thank you. Do you see how millions are spent on United Nations? Millions of dollars are being spent on United Nations. Look at that. Millions and millions of dollars. You see all of this. This event cost millions, if not billions. That's a lot of money spent. We say not to communism. People heading to United Nations. You see, millions of dollars are spent on this event. Look. There are millions and millions of dollars spent on just on this event. Millions of dollars. Sidewalk closed. There are millions of dollars spent on this event. Millions and millions of dollars. Today is a rainy day. Little bit of everything.